guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Osasuna versus Barcelona in La Liga. Just 48 hours after that incredible comeback in the Copa del Rey, Barcelona already back in action in La Liga. And with the Madrid Derby being this weekend, it is absolutely crucial for Barcelona to pick up all 3 points in this match to keep their push for that La Liga title. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. But before we get into this match preview, just want to let you guys know that the Copa del Rey final has been confirmed and it will be Barcelona versus Athletic Club. They beat Levante yesterday 2-1 on aggregate, and the cup final will be taking place on April 17th. So strap your seatbelts for that. It is going to be the Super Cup rematch, and best believe that Barcelona are going to be coming for revenge. Kickoff for this match will be taking place at 9 p.m. local time, so another late evening kickoff, and this match will be taking place at the El Sadar Stadium of Osasuna, and the referee for this match has been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Guillermo Fernandez, and on the VR, it will be Iglesias Villanueva. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table. Barcelona currently sat in second place in the Liga on 53 points, 25 games played, 16 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses. And if you look at our last 5 games in the league, 4 wins and 1 draw. Take a look at first place Atletico Madrid. They're currently on 58 points, so we are 5 points behind, but they do have a game in hand. So theoretically, we are 8 points behind them. Real Madrid, same amount of points, but of course, we are ahead on goal difference. We still have to play the El Clasico. Once we play that game, it will be based on head-to-head. Of course, Sevilla have played 1 game less than us as well. Theoretically, they could be on 51 points, but they are currently on 48 points. And if we take a look at who the top teams played this weekend, of course, Barcelona play Osasuna, and it is the Madrid Derby this weekend, and Sevilla play Elche. The Madrid Derby this weekend is going to be very, very pivotal. Of course, Barcelona play tomorrow, and the Madrid Derby takes place on Sunday. So Barcelona really need to take up those 3 points in order to put pressure on Real Madrid to win or Atletico Madrid to win. Of course, probably the best result for Barcelona is a draw. It'd probably go draw, Real Madrid win, then Atletico Madrid win. But with that being said, Barcelona had to get the job done first at Osasuna away. And if you take a look at Osasuna, they're currently 12th place in the Liga on 28 points, 25 games played, 7 wins, 7 draws, and 11 losses. And if you take a look at the company of where Osasuna are currently in La Liga, they are 1 point ahead of Getafe and Valencia, and they are 2 points behind Celta Vigo and Athletic Bilbao. So they have been doing very, very well this season. Let's take a look now at Osasuna. Of course, like we just mentioned, Osasuna are doing very, very well in La Liga in terms of their standards. Of course, being in 12th place, being around some of the big boys that like Getafe, Valencia, Celta Vigo, Athletic Club. So they are doing very, very well. And if you remember the last time we played them this season, it was 4-0 at the Camp Nou with Braithwaite, Griezmann, Coutinho, and Messi scoring on the night. And this was the first match after the tragic passing of Diego Maradona, and the team put on a performance. And if you take a look at the team that Ronald Koeman selected on the night, he picked Ter Stegen in goal, Dest, Lenglet, Jordi Alba, Coutinho, De Jong, Pedri, Griezmann, Braithwaite, and Lionel Messi. In game, of course, the formation was a 4-2-3-1. He had Pedri playing as that CDM for the first time. He was trying to test that out. Of course, Mengueta making his La Liga debut after we had an injury crisis at center back. Overall, in the match, it was absolutely a great performance. Of course, Griezmann came up and he was absolutely brilliant along with Messi. Braithwaite got that lucky goal, but on the night it wasn't that great. Coutinho, I don't even remember. I completely forgot we had Coutinho. He put in a great performance on the night, and the defense was very, very solid compared to Osasuna, of course. They were very poor on the night. Let's take a look now at Osasuna's last 5 games in La Liga. They did beat Alaves 1-0. They lost to Sevilla 2-0. They beat Levante 1-0. They beat Eibar 2-1. And they lost to Real Betis 1-0. So the 3 games I quickly want to take a look at for Osasuna is their 1-0 win against Alaves, their 1-0 win against Levante, and their 1-0 loss against Real Betis. Let's start off by taking a look at their 1-0 loss to Real Betis, where Borja Iglesias scored in the 80th minute to give Real Betis all the 3 points. You can see Osasuna's starting lineup. They had Sergio Herrera in goal. They had Nacho Vidal at right back, Unai Garcia, David Garcia, and Juan Cruz at left back. In the midfield, they had the likes of Aurier, Perez, and Ruben Garcia, and up front, they did have Jonathan Calleri. It was a very strong defensive performance from Osasuna on the night, but in the end, Pellegrini switched it up, started putting on all the attackers, went all out attacking, and in the end, Borja Iglesias got the goal to get the 3 points, but a very, very well-fought game from Osasuna. Let's now take a look at their 1-0 win against Levante, with Budimir scoring in the 75th minute to give them the 3 points on the night. Again, their starting lineup is very, very similar, but of course it was the striker Budimir who came off the bench to give them the 3 points. In this match, Osasuna were the away team, so they came into this game trying to be a little bit more defensive. Levante being the home team, they were trying to go on the front foot. With that 4-man in midfield for Osasuna, they were very, very strong again defensively, and they hit Levante on the break. After Budimir scored in the last 15 minutes, they just defended for their lives. Osasuna, they switched to a 5 at the back just to fight for those 3 points, and they got it in the end. And finally, let's take a look at their 1-0 win against Alaves, where they did play on Saturday, so they are coming into this game with almost a week rest, which is not a good sign for us. Of course, we are quite, beaten up after that comeback in the Copa del Rey. Anyways, they did win this match 1-0 with Pique scoring in the 77th minute, another late winner for them. This time they switched up the system and they went with the 4-4-2 with Caleri and Budimir, but the same midfield and the same defense. Of course, Alaves being the home team, they try to go on the front foot again. They try to go more attacking. Of course, against the Real Betis, they ended up conceding that last minute goal, but in this game, they ended up getting that last minute goal with Kike. Then after Kike scored, the coach switched to the 5 at the back and just sat back and just were compact again to get those 3 points on the night, and they did, and deservedly so. Let's now take a look at the squad list. The squad list has been released and confirmed, and as you can tell by the background, we will be wearing the Senora kit, the 4th kit for this match. The squad list is Ter Stegen, Dest, Busquets, Griezmann, Pjanic, Braithwaite, Messi, Dembele, Ricky Puig, Neto, Lenglet, Pedri, Trincao, Jordi Alba, Fernandes, De Jong, Umtiti, Junior Firpo, Inaki Peña, Elias Riva, and Oscar Mingueza. So from that list, you can tell that Pjanic has gotten the green light and he's fit and ready to go for this match, and of course, the Dembele is fully fit. He has no injury, no discomfort, nothing of that sort. Other than that, no other surprises for the squad list. Would have loved to see Araujo come back for this game. Hopefully he'll be back for that PSG game midweek. But other than that, this will be the team that will be traveling to Osasuna. Let's now get into Ronald Koeman's press conference reaction. Of course, his press conference this morning, he's asked a lot of questions by the media. Let's get in and see what he had to say. First question he was asked was about the new system, about the 3 at the back, saying, will you continue with the 3 at the back, or will you change it up against Osasuna? Koeman said that we can continue with the 3 at the back, but we don't have to be obsessed with the system. The most important thing is the attitude of the players, the game without the ball, and the pressure on the opponent and recovering balls in the opponent's half. Koeman was then asked about his continuation beyond this season. He said that it's not in my hands. We have to wait for the new president. For me, the most important thing is to win games. It's what we have to concentrate on, and the rest doesn't really matter. Then he was asked about the Madrid Derby being this weekend. He said that the first thing is our game. We have to win, and then the important thing is that the team who's first position in the league table loses points, but we don't have to get obsessed with it. Then Koeman was asked about Xavi again being the Barcelona coach, and basically the same question for like the 100th time. He said that the press is interested in creating controversy, but the most important thing is that it doesn't bother me. I'm involved in my work. There are many games. There's no time to think about these type of things. I'm getting very tired of answering these kind of questions. Then Koeman was asked about the morale of the team. He said that it's a long season and any team can go through their highs and their lows. It's true that we're doing well and we put a lot of energy into that game. Our game with the ball was very good. We created opportunities and we have to continue. We still have a lot to do. Koeman continues on by saying that it is true that the latest result has given us a lot of morale. The Champions League game is on Wednesday, but now it's time to think about tomorrow's game first. Then Koeman was asked about Elias Riva, saying, look, he's been playing so many minutes in the first team. Is he going to become a first team player next season? What are your thoughts on that? He said that Mariba is one of the young players we count on. He has played with Barcelona B, he has trained with the first team, and he has come on in some games in which he has done very, very well. He can contribute a lot, just like Ricky Puig, who's done very well in training. Young players are knocking on the door. Then Koeman was asked about the remontada against Sevilla, saying, look, there was no fans in the stadium. Do you think the fans are more connected to this team now? Because we've seen, a lot of celebrations online. He replied by saying that I have the feeling that the fans are connected to this team again. Koeman was then asked about the presidential election this weekend, saying, look, you've been in control. You've been the voice of the Barcelona for the past few months now. Has the feel that there's going to be a new president coming on Sunday. He said that, of course, I would like to have a president at the club. It is very important for Barcelona, the biggest club in the world. Knowing a possibility that there's going to be a future at the club is absolutely fundamental. Koeman was then asked about Lionel Messi, saying that, look, Lionel Messi did not score in the Copa del Rey this season. What are your thoughts on that? He said that it's very important to be effective with other players other than Messi. Although we depend on him a lot, it's important to have more players who can score goals. It's a good signal in my opinion. Hopefully Leo will score more and others will score more too. Koeman was then asked about the spirit of the squad, saying, look, after we made the remontada, a lot of the players were celebrating together, the subs were celebrating together, the staff. What are your thoughts on that? He said that one thing that makes me very proud is the current atmosphere in the team. I saw the whole squad celebrating the goals together, even the substitutes who were obviously disappointed for not playing in this match, but seeing the players unite in the dressing room is something I really like. Then Koeman was asked, which presidential candidate do you want to become the president? He said, I have no preference for any presidential candidates. The society will decide. All candidates have good campaigns. Koeman was then asked about how thin the squad is, saying, look, you play a lot of the same players all the time. What are your thoughts on that? Obviously, it's very, very concerning. We have 9 or 10 players who have played the most minutes of any other team in Europe. The final question that Ronald Koeman was asked during this press conference is the chance of winning the domestic double this season. Of course, the La Liga and the Copa del Rey. We have to be realistic. We know that we're in a final and that we're close to a trophy. We need to keep on winning. Atletico Madrid still have many points, and we just can't afford to lose any more points, but there's still many games left in the league. And that concluded Ronald Koeman's press conference. Let's get in now to the lineup predictions. We're going to start off from Ronald Koeman. I'm going to try my best to predict his lineup. Of course, it's going to be super, super difficult to predict. Will he go with rotation? Will he go full strength? 3 at the back, 4 at the back? Who knows? I got this lineup on the screen for Ronald Koeman. I got Ter Stegen in goal, Mingueza, Lenglet, and Umtiti making that back 3 with Dest and Jordi Alba as the wing backs. 3 in the middle with Busquets, De Jong, and Elias Mariba. 2 up front, Lionel Messi and Antoine Griezmann. So as you can see with my formation selection, I do think Ronald Koeman will stick with that 3 at the back. I think in this game it shouldn't be the case. I think he should be going with that 4 at the back, especially against Osasuna, who we expect to play a 4-4-2. I think the 3 at the back will be a little bit on the defensive side, but hopefully he doesn't go with it, but I think he will. If he does go with it, I do expect to play a back 3 of Lenglet, Mingueza, and Umtiti. Of course, Pique and Araujo are still injured. There are only center backs left. Wing backs, of course, are going to be Dest and Jordi Alba. 3 in the middle, I think, is where he's going to make some rotation. I think he will bring in Ilias Ariba ahead of Pedri. Pedri just came back from injury. He played nearly 70 minutes against Sevilla in that comeback. I think he's going to have to rest him, and of course, he doesn't trust Ricky Puig. So in comes in Ilias Ariba. Of course, De Jong, no rotation for him. Same with Busquets. He could maybe bring in Pjanic in this game, but I think with Busquets being subbed off early in that Sevilla comeback, and with De Jong playing the 120 minutes in that Sevilla game, maybe he'll bring in Pjanic for De Jong. But other than that, I do think he'll keep De Jong and Busquets. Up front will be, of course, Messi and Antoine Griezmann. I think he's going to go with Griezmann. He could obviously go with Braithwaite. I think Griezmann, of course, being a star player and being on the bench in the last 3 games. Of course, he could go with Trincao up top. Of course, he's very, very similar to Dembele in the sense of, speed and dribbling and tenacity. But I think he's going to go with Griezmann and Messi. So this is the lineup I have selected for Ronald Koeman. What I am most worried about with Koeman is that if he starts with this 3 at the back, we're going to end up switching to that 4-3-3 in the second half, with Osasuna playing a 4-4-2. So in the end, I think he should start with that 4-3-3. But in the end, I do think Ronald Koeman's going to start this game in that 3 at the back system. Let me know down below what you think Ronald Koeman's going to start with in this match. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach, and that line's on the screen right now. I've gone with Ter Stegen in goal, Dest, Mingueza, Lenglet, Jordi Alba, Pjanic, De Jong, Ricky Puig, Trincao, Messi, and Antoine Griezmann. So as you can see, for me, I would go with that 4-3-3 system from the get-go. Ter Stegen, Dest are pretty standard. The 2 center backs for me would be Mingueza and Lenglet. Of course, Pique is injured, Araujo is injured, so you only have, Mingueza, Lenglet, and Umtiti to pick from. I would go with Mingueza and Lenglet. I think they were very strong in the last game against Sevilla. Hopefully they can do the same in this match. In a left back, I've gone with Jordi Alba. I've seen a lot of people saying they want to pick Junior Firpo for this match. For me, I've been looking to play Firpo in the match against Huesca after PSG. Jordi Alba is going to have the last week of March off because, as we all know, he's not going to get selected for Spain because him and Luis Enrique have beef. So for me, I would definitely be playing him in this match. In the midfield, I've gone with Pjanic, De Jong, and Ricky Puig. Pjanic for Busquets, very simple change. We don't really have anyone on the bench to replace De Jong, so I would start him in this game, but I would be looking to play him for the full 90 minutes. And on the left, of course, I've gone with Ricky Puig. He needs some minutes. I don't even think he's made an appearance in Barcelona's last 3 games, so he definitely needs to play in this match. Of course, you could maybe start Ilias Ariba and Ricky Puig, but I still think that's a little bit too weak for a game like this against Osasuna, where they're going to be, backs against the wall. In the front 3, I've gone with Trincao, Messi, and Griezmann. Of course, Trincao coming in from Dembele. Dembele needs rest. He's had a lot of discomfort from that Sevilla game. So Trincao comes in straight away. Messi in the false 9. Again, you have to start him. We have really no one else on the bench. Don't really want to start with Braithwaite. But I would be looking to bring on Braithwaite for sure for Messi. You wouldn't be wanting to play Messi for the full 90 minutes, similar to De Jong. On the left, of course, Antoine Griezmann was benched the last 3 games. He comes in for me for sure. So that is the lineup I have selected for this match. Let me know down below, would you rather pick my lineup or Koeman's lineup? Score prediction time. Time to predict the score for this match. I do think overall it should be a relatively comfortable win for Barcelona on the night. Of course, we do have to watch out for the fact that Osasuna are going to be very, very defensive. Park the bus, counterattack, Budimir up top, basically a Giroud 2.0 is going to make it very, very difficult. But I do expect Barcelona to get over the line in this match. And I'm going to go with Barcelona win this game by 2-0. Hopefully we get those early goals. That way we can, settle into the game. Maybe Koeman can make some rotation. That's going to be the main thing for me. But getting the win is going to be super, super important to put pressure on Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid to get the result that they need in the Madrid Derby. So Barcelona just have to get a win in this game. And I'm going to go with Barcelona win this game by 2-0. Let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was my match preview for Osasuna versus Barcelona. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down below on everything we discussed. Of course, let me know your lineups on the night and would you rather pick my lineup or Koeman's lineup. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set them right on the screen. Come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow us right after the match by my match review. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and Forza Barca.